Friend! Oh, new friend! Oh, friend! Please be my friend! Oh, friend!
Hello and welcome CSE Nation. You're watching Cheap Shot Entertainment and I am Luke, and we're going to take you through everything that happened in the first part of the first round of the Mae Young Classic of 2018. It is a tournament that was started in 2017. It started last year. They've brought it up again, and let me tell you something, if you've not watched it yet, get over onto the network, get yourself a free subscription if you haven't already got one, and watch this show. It was absolutely fantastic from start to finish. It's only an hour, there's 4 matches, and it was brilliant. I can't say how impressed I am with these women in this Mae Young Classic this year, and I would go as far as to say, before the video's even really begun, that it's already better than 2017's edition. So join us for the review. And so your first match of the Mae Young Classic of 2018 pits a young lady from Wales in Knox versus Santara, who is the first ever woman wrestler from Chile. And let me tell you, good way to start off the show. Absolutely brilliant between these two. Show of respect, the standard handshake at the beginning of the match, but as the match went on, Santara showed the heelishness and started playing with the crowd, whereas Knox, the crowd were very much behind. And yeah, let me tell you, this young lady is absolutely fantastic, absolutely brilliant wrestler, paid her dues. Santara is obviously the veteran here in this match, but couldn't keep up with the swiftness of Knox, who was also carrying an injury, kept her out of last year's Mae Young Classic, was picked up another injury on her knee, visibly wearing a leg brace. I'm sure that's going to come into play later on in the tournament as well. And yeah, Santara played on that big time, working the leg. But Knox comes away with the victory in this one in the first round. Hits the Shining Wizard, his knee to the back of the head, and picks up the victory. 1, 2, 3. Your winner in this match, going through to the second round, is Knox from Wales. Absolutely fantastic match. Like I say, great way to start the show and set everything up. Everything's got to follow that now. Set everything up to become better and better and better as the show went on. On to the second match of the first round of this year's Mae Young Classic. It does pit a young lady from the USA, MJ Jenkins, against Ripley, who was also in the Mae Young Classic last year. In the promo, she did say she let herself down a little bit. She got knocked out in the second round. But this year she's come back in with some attitude. She's got this sort of rock chick thing going on, and she says that her every match is like being in a mosh pit. And boy, if you watch this match, you can see why it's like a mosh pit. Hard hitting match. Ripley is a really strong woman, and yeah, throws MJ Jenkins around something chronic, but MJ Jenkins did give us some spark. Shows us her personality, her fieriness, her feistiness. There's lots of high-flying moves from MJ Jenkins, but that was counteracted by the hard-hitting Ripley, who has something to prove from last year's match, from last year's Mae Young Classic. Ripley shows her power a lot in this match, and that did come into play later on with the finish. Jenkins hits missile drop kicks, lots of hard strikes as well, but the finish came with a pump handle powerbomb. Now, again, can't say how much momentum, how much strength you need to do that kind of move, and just again, fantastic. Better than the first match. The first match was really good, but this was better than the first match. It told a story of someone who's high flying against someone who's hard hitting, and I like those kind of matches because it has two different styles to go against each other, and they played off brilliantly. Again, fantastic match for the second match of the night. And your winner, moving on to the second round, is Ripley from Australia. On to the third match of the first round. It pits Vanessa Craven, huge woman, 6 foot, very well built, from Canada, against Lacey Lane, the smallest woman in the Mae Young Classic this year, and she's from Florida in the USA. So obviously the Full Sail crowd was fully behind Lacey Lane. And again, this match was better than the last match. Again, it told a story of David and Goliath, in which David eventually came out on top. Both these women are absolutely phenomenal athletes as well. So it starts off with Lacey Lane using her quickness against Vanessa Craven. Craven eventually comes back after Lacey Lane tries to hit the splash on the outside. Craven catches her, which again is very impressive, shows a lot of strength from Craven. Catches her, slams her on to the hardest part of the ring, and you will hear that many times. The apron of the ring is just steel. There's nothing else there. Slams on to the apron, and then she is hung unceremoniously in the Tree of Woe from the top rope as Craven's on the outside, likes to utilise her massive hands, shall we say, to chop people. And yeah, these chops were impressive. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of any of these ones from Craven. And yeah, lots of chops in here. Continues the chops, hits a cannonball, Canadian backbreaker on Lacey Lane, into a choke powerbomb, two-handed choke powerbomb. Lacey Lane battles out at this point, gets back into the match, hits a knee, and a spinning side slam from Vanessa Craven takes that momentum out of Lacey Lane for the time being. Vanessa Craven hits a side slam, tries to hit another cannonball in the corner. It is telegraphed, and Lacey Lane reads the cannonball this time. Craven folds herself up in the corner. Crucifix bomb by Lacey Lane for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner in this match is Lacey Lane. Very impressive, very impressive match, and it's only fitting to get better in the next match. And I cannot wait for the next instalment, which is going to happen next week, and we'll do a review on that as well. But yeah, fantastic match. All 3 matches so far have been absolutely off the chain. Can't say how much you need to go and watch this show. It is a massive showcase, and it is a massive push forward for women's wrestling moving forward into the Evolution pay-per-view on the WWE network. So your winner, moving on to the second round of the Mae Young Classic, is Lacey Lane from the USA. Now on to the fourth match of the night. It is the fourth match in the first round of the Mae Young Classic. You've got Meiko Satomura, I'm going to say that right, from Japan versus Killer Kelly, who hails from Portugal. Her inspiration, incidentally, is Kane, the mayor of Knoxville, as he is now. Both these women put on a fantastic show. You got This Is Awesome chance, and it was well deserved. We haven't seen Meiko Satomura for a long time. She was briefly in WCW before she went back to Japan and honed her skills, and she is immensely impressive. From the footage that they showed before the match, she's changed a lot. I mean, before she was a young lady, she was trying to play to the crowd. It was like WCW in the 90s. It was very child friendly, and they were down south, so what more can you say about that? To what she is now, and she has gained a reputation as she's called the end boss in Japan, and there's a reason for that. The reason is because whenever someone's on a streak, they want to beat Maito Satomura rather, and that's why she's called the End Boss. If you beat Satomura, you become the champion of, you get your respect basically. So, and Killer Kelly, I'm going to say, young lady from Portugal, absolutely phenomenal, put up a massive fight in this match, gave as good as she got, and at one point she actually was on top and thought she was going to win this match, and it just shows the back and forth nature of this. So the match starts with kicks from both ladies, trying to feel each other out, trying to get the upper hand. There's lots of respect being shown, there's some hard strikes being thrown by Maiko, and there's lots of tight headlocks as well. She really honed her skills, she knows how to manipulate the joints. Kelly is in the ropes, vicious STF, looks like she was bending all sorts of ways there, and then kicks by Maito as well. She gets the first near fall on Killer Kelly, and Kelly comes back after this, hits a stalling vertical suplex, which is quite impressive for a woman of her size, and gets another near fall. Gets a near fall on Maito, and cartwheel double knee. Kelly tries a German suplex from the top rope. Maito stops it from happening, but there's a choke on the ropes, there's drop kicks, there's fisherman suplexes by Killer Kelly, again showing that she can really go, she can hang with the veterans, she can hang with the ones that have made the industry what it is for the ladies. Near falls everywhere. Maito eventually hits a Pele kick, not a Pele kick, but a Pele kick. It's called Pele. Pele. Death Valley Driver, and that's what I was talking about earlier. It looks nasty for the win. Can't say how much I enjoyed this match and get it over to you on the other side of that screen, because it was fantastic. Like I say, get yourself on the WWE Network and watch this show. It's only fixing to get better in the next couple of weeks. You've got even more first round matches before you get to the second round, and then you've got the quarterfinals, the semi-finals and the finals. The final is going to take place on the Evolution pay-per-view on the WWE Network, and this match was so good. If you're a young lady and you want to get into wrestling, watch this show. It is a showcase of the best talent that the women's wrestling has to offer throughout the world, and I am so happy that Triple H has decided to bring this tournament back, and I can't wait to see how it evolves over time. So that is your review for incredible matches for much different reasons over this show. I can't wait till next week when we get 4 more matches, another 8 competitors in the first round. I have been your host, Luke. Follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Drop us a like as well, and share us with your friends. Comment down below, what did you think of the show? I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think I've said that so many times that you get the point by now, so I'm going to leave you there. The wrestling revolution has begun, and you can follow it right here on Cheap Shot Entertainment. I have been your host, Luke, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.